fifth and catching number 8, Aaliyah Jones. Batting sixth and playing second, number 12, Kelsey Patterson. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 25, Jalen Palmer. Batting eighth and playing shortstop, number 4, Miracle Crosby. Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 2, Taylor Perilou. And in the flank position as the pitcher, number 26, Caitlin Parrish. The head coach for Meridian is Faith Robinson. She's assisted by London Ladner. And now, the starting lineup for your ICC Indians. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 12, Maddie Mighty. Batting second and playing second, number 20, Rachel Sternisha. Batting third, the catcher, number 11, Sam Conley. Batting cleanup and playing the hot corner at third base, number 7, Summer Trotter. Batting fifth, the designated player, number 30, Macy Khan. Batting sixth and playing first base, number 27, Casey Carpenter. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 2, JoJo Vasquez. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 5, Jessica Davis. Batting ninth, playing center field, number 17, Hope Harvin. And pitching this afternoon in game 1 for the Indians, number 3, Olivia Bird. The head coach for ICC is Andy Kirk. He is assisted by Haley Thompson, Daniel Rowland, and Terry Simmons. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask you all please stand and remove all hats and caps for the playing of our national anthem.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we marched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rugged red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Davis Ford in Fulton is your Ford dealer for new cars, trucks, and SUVs and has a wide inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles. Find your next dream car or truck from our Ford showroom or go online to davisfordsales.com and search our new and used inventory to see what is on our lot. So stop by and test drive the all-new fuel-efficient Ford Focus or Ford Fusion or the new Ford Explorer or F-150. Go further with Davis Ford, 904 West Main Street in Fulton or online davisfordsales.com.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, out to the ball game. Adam Gore here on hand for the ICC Sports Network. Let's go ICCTV.com as we're getting set for Game 1 between ICC and Meridian. This is sophomore day here in Fulton, and always a special day here in Fulton as we're just getting ready for this First American National Bank opening pitch from Olivia Burns, who's in the circle here for ICC. At first pitch, missing low and outside for a ball. The First American National Bank opening pitch coming your way at 1:59. That's a 1:59 First American National Bank opening pitch. Remember to follow the flag from from Iuka to Tupelo. There is one near ICC. That's First American National Bank. That pitch across for a strike is Olivia Burns. Evens with the count now at 1-1. We'll introduce you to today's starting lineups in between innings. ICC ranked number 6 in the country. They come in with a 31-10-1 record as that pitch missing low and outside. 2-1 now is the count. Meridian coming in with a 21-16 record. ICC, for them, they got a win out. 2 today and 2 Sunday at Southwest. And they'll defend their MACJC regular season championship as this pitch is popped up and it's going to drift over and get out of play. And 2-2 now is the count. Meridian, however, they're still fighting for their playoff lives. So a big series here for Meridian as they're just one game ahead of Pearl River right now and a game behind Colin and Southwest. So these are some pretty big games here for the Eagles. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs, as this is Kiara Farr, the right fielder, leading us off. And takes a look at that one for strike 3. Nicely done that time by Olivia Burns, just to rear back and chuck it across for the strike. Picks that outside corner for strike 1. The first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, RenaissanceBank.com. So now this would be Jackie Leahy, the left fielder, coming to the plate. There's 1 out and nobody on here in the top of the first inning. Shows bunt, pops it back and out of play. 0-1 now is the count here on Leahy. We do want to say a special hello to those that are tuning in support of Meridian this afternoon. And as always, a special hello to the great ICC family that always tunes in here. A record-breaking season for viewers here on the Let's Go ICC TV network. Last year we had upwards of 42,000 unique viewers. This year we have surpassed that and look to add some more. There's going to be a bunt laid down. Burns has it, throw over to first. It's not going to be in time. Infield single for Leahy. And as always, talk about the Meridian faithful, the ICC faithful. Well, the MACJC faithful, Steve Diffie, checking in as well here this afternoon on the ICC Sports Network. So that infield single by Leahy will bring up Megan Lightcap, the DP, batting in the 3rd spot. 1 out and a runner over at first base. A nice bunt laid down that time in a difficult spot as the changeup hangs up for a ball. 1-0 now is the count. Well, a muggy but nice afternoon when the wind's blowing, and it is blowing into the ballpark at times today, basically blowing from foul pole to foul pole, as always here at the ballpark. As that pitch high and outside, 2-0 now is the count here to Lightcap. Take a look at some Sonic stats on Lightcap. Batting .287 on the year. She's got a .376 on base percentage and a .489 slugging percentage. Looks at that pitch, and it's in there for a strike. 2-1 now is the count. Let's take a look at some Sonic stats on today's Game 1 pitcher here, Olivia Burns. She is the all-time careers leader for ICC in wins with 36. She's 18-4 on the year. She does have 2 saves, as there's going to be a ground ball, it's going to be a foul ball. She's given up 89 hits, 49 runs, 36 of those were earned. She's walked 53, has struck out 124, and she has a sparkling 1.93 ERA. She's also 2 wins away for tying Bailey Springfield for the most wins in a regular season at 20. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out. There is a runner over at first base for Meridian. Pitch coming, grounder, and it's going to be caught. And that's going to be a Little Caesars double play. Big time play there. As let's go back and look at that one. As that's just going to be a line out. A nice play there by Rachel Sternisha. Took a knee, threw it over to first for the Little Caesars double play to erase the runner over at first base. So an unconventional 3-up, 3-down inning there for Meridian. And let's go ahead and talk about Meridian's starting lineups. We've already introduced you to the first 3 batters of the day. Kiara Farr, Jackie Leahy, and Megan Knight. Farr, the right fielder, Leahy, the left fielder, and Lightcap will be the DP. Alyssa Branyan, that's it. Alyssa Branyan will be over at first base. Aaliyah Jones will be catching. Kelsey Patterson, she will be at second base. Jalen Palmer will be the third baseman. Miracle Crosby will be at shortstop. And then Taylor Perilou will be out in center field. Caitlin Parrish will be the pitcher here in Game 1 for Meridian. So talking of Caitlin, let's take a look at some Sonic stats on Caitlin. She is 11-9 on the year. She has 4 saves. She's pitched 142.2 innings. She's given up 162 hits, 128 runs, 87 of those earned. She's walked 66, has struck out 83, and she has a 4.27 ERA. Those are your Sonic stats on the Game 1 pitcher here for Meridian, Caitlin Parrish. And now your starting lineup for ICC, being brought to you by the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Company. ICC and Coke, now that's a winning combination. And Coach Andy Kirk hopes he's got that winning combo put together here in Game 1. Leading us off will be the shortstop, Maddie Miney. Batting second will be the second baseman, Rachel Sternisha. Samantha Conley will be batting third. She's catching here in Game 1. Summer Kreider will be playing third base. Macy Cox will be the DP. Casey Carpenter will be over at first base. Joanna Vasquez will be out in left field. Jessica Davis will be your right fielder. And Hope Harbin will be the center fielder. And that is your Coca-Cola starting lineups, being brought to you by the fine folks out at the Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works. Buddy Long, a longtime proud partner with Itawamba Community College. So Maddie Miney will be starting us off. Takes a look at that first pitch, high for a ball. Well, Maddie, she stole 6 bases in the Indians' sweep of Kahoma. That was earlier in the week. We didn't have that broadcast as we were broadcasting baseball. And speaking of that, is that pitch high and inside for ball 2, 2-0 now is the count. We were here for that Delta series where ICC swept Delta to earn their first MACJC championship since 2009. So congratulations to Coach Rick Collier and the Indians for winning the MACJC championship. That pitch outside corner, 2-1 now is the count. Speaking of the Indians, you can see them right back here on the Red Channel tomorrow as they'll travel to Gulf Coast. 2 o'clock will be that First American National Bank opening pitch. That game will also be available on 95.1 FM, The Farm, your hometown country station. Miney rips one of this day's fairest trouble, and it does. This is going to go for extra bases. Maddie Miney, she's thinking about a triple. She's going to head that way and get there. And a big-time start to the contest. And now the ball gets away, and Maddie Miney will score. Well, how do you do, Maddie Miney, as the Indians get on the board early here, as that's going to go for a triple, and she'll advance home on the error.
Maddie Miney, your batter, number 20, Rachel Sternisha.
So a triple plus an error gives ICC the 1-0 lead here in the early goings of this one. You talk about ICC, they wanted to get off to a hot start. Well, pretty good start there for the Indians. 1 batter and a run scores. Now this is going to be Rachel Sternisha at the plate. Stands in and takes that first pitch across for a strike. Rachel, she's batting second, playing second. Started that Little Caesars double play to end the top of the first inning for an unconventional 3-up, 3-down inning for the Eagles. That pitch missing low for a ball. 1-1 now is the count here on Sternisha. Rachel will be one of the sophomores that we honor at the end of the day. On sophomore day here, the final game of the season. Well, could be final game of the season, or could be final game of only the regular season. As that pitch inside for a strike, 1-2 now is the count to Rachel Sternisha. The reason why I say that, if ICC wins 2 today, 2 at Southwest, then they will host the state tournament next week starting on Wednesday. If not, if they drop one of those games or more, obviously, then the tournament will be at Jones. That pitch drifts high, 2-2 now is the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. No outs. 1-0 is your score. So waiting the 2-2 pitch, change up, and it falls off the table just a bit too soon. Good eye on the part of Rachel Stranisha. Great pitch, though, by the part of Parrish. Just couldn't get her to go fishing for one here this afternoon in Fulton. So now the count goes full here to Stranisha. Rachel pops this one up and back. It's going to get out of play over the top of us here in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth. Find out how you can help support Itawamba Community College by visiting iccms.edu. That's iccms.edu. So the count will stay at 3-2, no outs and nobody on base. ICC leads at 1-0. Stranisha, grounder, and it's going to go to the shortstop, and she's going to bobble it, and that will put Stranisha on via an error. Second error of the contest here on Meridian. And so with no outs and a runner on first, this is going to bring up the catcher, Samantha Conley.
Number 11, Sam Conley.
So this is Samantha Conley at the plate, another one of our sophomores that we'll be honoring at the end of the day as Conley stands in, takes that first pitch high for a ball. Breeze starting to pick up. We got all the windows and doors and everything open, trying to cool off the press box here. As Conley blasts one, and this is going to drop for an extra base hit, and that should score a run. That's going to go for a double off the bat of Conley. And they are going to ask the run to score, and she will. 2-0 ICC. Well, ICC out of the gate red hot. That is the second extra base hit of the game, and that goes for an RBI double off the bat of Samantha Conley. Rachel Stranisha will score. That's the second unearned run of the contest here in the top of the first, and still with no outs and a runner in scoring position. This is going to bring up Summer Kreider. 2-0 ICC with the lead. As that pitch across for a strike. So 0-1 is that first pitch to Kreider, across for a strike. Summer stands in. Oh, good-looking changeup, just missing outside. Evens the count now at 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs. Samantha Conley is over at second base. She just had an RBI double to score Rachel Stranisha, who reached on an error. Change up, and that one falls off the table just a bit too soon. 2-1 now is the count. Remind you to stay tuned this afternoon. We'll have both games coming your way here on Let'sGoICCTV.com. Big healthy swing there for Kreider. Comes up empty, 2-2. Now is the count. Beautiful pitch that time by Parrish. Just took a little bit off of it, and Kreider couldn't quite time it up there. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Runner at second base, that's Samantha Conley, who doubled in Rachel Stranisha to give ICC this 2-0 lead. That pitch missing outside. Not a bad spot to miss that time by Parrish to see if you couldn't get her to chase a pitch that was out of the zone. If she did make contact, wouldn't have been enough to do any damage. So now the count goes full here. 3-2 to Summer Kreider. 2-0 is your score. Bottom of the first inning. Kreider blasts one left side, and it's going to be reeled in for the out, and then the runner will advance to third. So F7 on the play for the first out of the game, and the runner does go back, tag up, and advance on the fly ball, and this will be Macy Cox to DP. So with 1 out and a runner at third base, Macy Cox will come to the plate with an RBI opportunity here. ICC leading it 2-0. Trying to find a way to tack on some more runs here. It was a triple plus an error that allowed Maddie Miney to score. Rachel Stranisha reached on an error, and there's going to go for a base hit, and that's going to be a RBI single off the bat of Macy Cox. And the Indians now lead it 3-0.
First baseman number 27, Casey Carpenter.
And this will bring up Casey Carpenter to the plate. Casey, the first baseman here in game one. There's one out and a runner over at first base. That's Macy Cox, who just had that RBI single. 3-0 now is your score. We're in the bottom of the first inning, game one between ICC and Meridian. Beautiful changeup, and that one apparently missing outside, maybe dropping off the table a bit too soon. Looked pretty good from my point of view. 1-0 now is the count with one out and a runner on first here for the Indians. Joanna Vasquez is on deck for ICC as this pitch popped up. Center fielder's going to come in, call everyone off, and having to dance around a little bit and finds it. Well, the wind on high fly balls today, or pop-ups on the infielder, going to be a little tricky. And a good job out there in center field by Paraloo to camp underneath it and find the out. And now this is going to bring up Joanna Vasquez with 2 outs in the inning. ICC has scored 3 runs on 3 hits and 2 errors, but looking for more here with Vasquez at the plate. JoJo, or as I call her, friend, as that pitch hangs up high for a ball. I asked JoJo the other day why we started calling each other that. If we remember, it was from her freshman year, and she just called me that one day, and it kind of stuck. So I've been called worse in life by my mother, actually. So 1-0 now is the count. That one missing low. 2-0 goes the count here to Joanna Vasquez, who's playing out in left field. Remind you that you can follow us on Twitter at Let's Go ICC as Vasquez rips this one and it goes through for a hit. Right on cue, JoJo, and she's able to knife that one through. Go back and look at that one on Little Caesars instant replay. That goes for the 4th hit of the inning, and now this is going to bring up Jessica Davis to the plate. Speaking of Twitter, Madison Haley operating that today. Appreciate her helping out as always. Lee Adams on hand shooting photos. Is that pitch missing low and outside? You can see those photos at ICCimages.com. That's ICCimages.com. The prices, we've got them marked as low as that host site will allow us. You can also get digital downloads for only $1. That's ICCimages.com. Davis blasts one, and that's going to be down to the gap, and that's going to score a run. Vasquez is going to head over to third, and that's going to go for a single. Advance on the throw, and ICC leads it now 4-0. Go back and look at that one.
Next up for ICC, the center fielder, number 17, Hope Marvin.
So see it here. There's a shot to the gap, and Cox, no problem, heading from second home. Heads up base running that time by Jessica Davis to end up at second after the throw home. Or the throw basically back into the infield. Wasn't home, just trying to get it back in. As Harbin's going to lay down the bunt. Squeeze play here, and this is going to go for a base hit. Nobody covering home. And a smart play by Davis, and now there goes Hope Harbin to second. Now she's going to be caught. And a little bit of a rundown here, and Hope still running, and they're going to tag her out. And that's going to be out there, but Hope will get the RBI single that scores actually 2 RBIs on the play. That scored Vasquez and Davis to give ICC the 6-0 lead. She was retired 2 to 6 to 3 to 4 to, I believe, 9 on the putout. Don't quote me on that. Either way it goes, ICC put 6 runs on the board on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits and 2 errors. Big inning for the Indians. They lead at 6-0. We'll take a break and let's hear from Sonic and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Man, these Red Bull slushes are invigorating, right?
I know it, man. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling pumped. I want to jump this thing.
I don't know if that's such a good idea, TJ.
No, man, I need help. Can we jump this thing?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Rush in for Sonic's new Red Bull slushes. Half price during happy hour.
Bacon, Swiss cheese, juicy chicken on a King's Hawaiian bun.
Oh, what else is it saying?
it's saying you still owe me that $30.
Hang up!
Hurry into Sonic for the King's Hawaiian Chicken or Burger Club and try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here, and it's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
34, Alyssa Branyan.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 4, 5, 6 batters due up here for Meridian after a Little Caesars double play. Got the unconventional 3-up, 3-down inning, and then ICC took care of business in the bottom of the first as they scored 6 runs on 6 hits and 2 errors in the contest. For Meridian, this will be Alyssa Branyan leading us off. Takes a look at that first pitch from Olivia Burns in there for a strike. Give a shout out to my buddy Patrick down there at Meridian, checking in with us on Twitter. As that pitch just missing outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Branyan, she's playing first base. Take a look at some Sonic stats here on Branyan. She's .318 batting average, .408 on base percentage, and a .570 slugging percentage. That pitch missing low and inside. 2-1 now is the count. Good eye that time by Branyan. Remind you to hit us up on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. Let us know you're watching. Sophomore Day here in Fulton, always a special day to look back and honor these sophomores for all their hard work and dedication to the softball program here at ICC. Of course, last year they won the regular season MACJC championship. Trying to defend that crown this season as well. They've got to win out. That means sweep today and a sweep Sunday at Southwest. Those games will be on available here on the Red Channel starting at 2 o'clock on Sunday. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Change up this pitch. Lifted and back, and Vasquez with the catch. JoJo makes the catch up against the fence. Thought there for a second that one was out of the ballpark. If the wind wasn't blowing as hard as it is, basically from left to right across the field, that one probably would have got out of the ballpark. Tough break there for Branyan and Meridian, as that one turned into a spectacular catch out there in left field by Vasquez. And now this is going to bring up Aaliyah Jones, the catcher. Yeah, you hit that one about as hard as you could, Alyssa, and Mother Nature just batted that one down, unfortunately. So a break there for ICC now as Jones takes that first pitch high for a ball. She's batting .273 on the year. She's got a .356 on base percentage. .409 is her slugging percentage. So with 1 out and nobody on, 1-0 is the count. Swung on and missed, couldn't catch up with the fastball, evens the count now at 1-1. That one kind of knifing away from the batter. .6-0 is your score. We're in the top of the second inning. 1-1 is the count with 1 out. This pitch fouled off, out of play. And 1-2 now goes the count. There's 1 out in the inning. That was the last batter, Branyan, who flew out to left field. Joanna Vasquez running with her back to the ball, turns around, looks as she catches it, then goes into the fence. A little bit more oomph in that one. It's a 6-1 contest, but instead, 1 out, 1-2 now is the count. And Jones is at the plate. That pitch, borderline pitch, just missing for a ball. 2-2 now is the count. Samantha Conley held on to that one a little bit longer there, trying to get the frame job from the umpire. Instead, he says ball 2. 2-2 is the count. Aaliyah Jones at the plate. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That's another Renaissance Bank strikeout. Second of the game here for Olivia Burns. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. RenaissanceBank.com, member FDIC. Go back and look on Twitter as well as YouTube, Instagram. We had our What a Play Wednesday presented by Renaissance Bank yesterday. Jacob Judon filling in for Madison Haley. Quite well, I have to say, as that pitch hangs up high for a ball. Appreciate Jacob. He also gave you a very unique view of the dog pile after ICC won the state championship in baseball. So he took the GoPro and he just dove in with it. As a changeup hangs up for ball 2. 2-0 now is the count. You can see that also on Twitter, the ICC Baseball Facebook page, and as well as YouTube. Just search Let's Go ICC. While you're there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As the 2-0 pitch coming, swung on, fouled off. 2-1 now is the count. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs is the situation here. This is Kelsey Patterson at the plate. Patterson batting .377, .386 on base percentage, and a very impressive .826 slugging percentage. And this pitch popped up. It's going to get back and out of play, and we'll stay at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs is the situation here on Patterson. Looking for another 3-up, 3-down inning thanks to a Little Caesars double play in the first. Change up, and it's a beauty. Way ahead of that one as she was looking fastball, got that nasty change up, and it's across for the back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts for a 3-up, 3-down inning in the top of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We'll take a timeout and come back with the bottom part of the second inning, where it'll be Maddie Miney, Rachel Stranisha, and Samantha Conley due up. Let's hear a word from Little Caesars and more right here on the ICC Sports Network.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza. You could say it's about the clubs. You could say it's about the ball. You could even say it's about the course or the weather. But what it really comes down to is consistency and hard work. Over and over and over again. At Renaissance, we understand consistency. We understand hard work. Most importantly, we understand you. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the bottom of the second inning. In the bottom of the first, ICC sent 9 batters to the plate. They scored 6 runs on 6 hits and 2 errors by the Eagles, and it all started with Maddie Miney. She started with a triple and then came around to score on a throwing error by the right fielder, and that gave ICC a 1-0 lead, and then the rest of the inning belonged to the Indians as they now lead at 6-0 here. We're in the bottom of the second inning. Miney looks at that pitch high and outside for a ball. Well, again, a programming note, as we'll mention this throughout the day, that at the end of the day, we'll have the sophomore presentation coming your way here on the Red Channel. You want to be sure and stay tuned for that as well. As that pitch, a beauty outside corner for a strike. 1-1 now is the count. Take a look at some Sonic stats on Maddie Miney coming into the contest. She's leading the team with a .466 batting average. On base percentage of .512. As that pitch outside but called a strike. 1-2 now is the count. She's got a slugging percentage of .658. She also leads the team with 146 at-bats and 68 hits. She technically has 69, and this one is going to be, a nice diving catch out there, unfortunately behind the pole, as the wind once again playing fits out there in the outfield, but the left fielder, Leahy, laid out, made the catch for out number 1. So a tip of the cap to Jackie Leahy for an outstanding play. As I said, unfortunately, it kind of disappeared in behind the pole there as she had a tough landing on the ground, was able to hang on to it for out number 1. Now this is going to be Rachel Stranisha at the plate. Rach stands in, takes that first pitch, missing low for a ball. 1-0 is the count. Rachel batting .376. She's got a .484 on base percentage. .504 is her slugging percentage. She's been pretty much locked in at that number 2 spot and also playing second base all season long. As that pitch missing low and outside, 2-0 now is the count. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 1 out. Rachel Sternisha at the plate. She reached on an error, eventually came around to score. And that's 6-run bottom of the first. Listen to that pitch, and it's inside and clips enough to the corner of the plate for the umpire to call it a strike, and 2-1 now goes the count. Tough week for students as it's finals weeks here at ICC, so the players not only having to focus on the field right now, as this is going to be a fly ball out to the left side, and it's caught for a fly out. Thank you, Sam, over there, as my view was extremely blocked. And that one caught, flew out to left field. So now this is going to bring up Samantha Conley. Good job by Meridian. Let's give credit where credit's due. ICC, as we said, had that big bottom of the first inning. Meridian went 3 up, 3 down the top of the second, but defensively they have been solid so far here in the bottom of the second, even though they trail it 6-0. That pitch missing low for a ball. Another part of that credit is Parrish. She's doing a good job of painting those corners. She's hitting her spots a little bit better than she was in the first part of the inning, able to get ahead of batters and get into a favorable pitch count, and she's been able to be aggressive here. Change up, and that one misses. Parrish kind of looking back at the home plate umpire, and I'm with you, Parrish, as that one looked like it came right across, maybe a little bit too deep for his liking. 2-0 now is the count. So 2 balls, no strikes, and 2 outs here. Nobody on base for the Indians. Samantha Conley at the plate. She had an RBI double and scored a run in her first at bat. Ground ball, second baseman has it, no problem, tosses it over to first for the out. And the Indians get a 3 up, 3 down inning there. Good job defensively by the Eagles to get back in the dugout. We've played 2 here in Fulton. ICC leads it 6-0. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Your success at ICC starts with freshman orientation. Learn what the college has to offer, register for classes, meet your new ICC family, and discover all the ways to get involved across our 3 locations.
Hey guys, it's Madison, an orientation leader here at ICC. After you apply for enrollment, sign up for orientation because spots are filling up fast. Find out more at iccms.edu/orientation.
Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
And welcome back to action, ladies and gentlemen. 6-0 is your score. We're heading to the top of the 3rd inning. Hey, real quick, I got to give a shout out. This is a prime example of how just special the ICC family is. Get a text from Mike Powell, dad of Austin Powell, the catcher that has recently committed to Ole Miss here at ICC. Said, raining in Arkansas, so I'm watching some softball. Diamond sports are an addiction for me, and that's just a sign of it, because a lot of times we'll have some of the baseball parents or softball parents tweet in or message me during baseball games. So it's a very special, unique mixture of sports and how they support each other, especially the families as well. Ground ball, that's going to be to the shortstop, Maddie Miney. He's going to have a long throw, and it's in time. Nice scoop over there at first base. Tough play, but Maddie Miney making it look easy. Casey Carpenter going down and digging that one out of the dirt for out number 1, and that was Jalen Palmer. Didn't even have a chance to talk about her, but Palmer, the third baseman, grounds out to the shortstop, and now this will be Miracle Crosby coming to the plate here for Meridian. Take a look at some Sonic stats on Miracle. She is batting .278 on the year. She's got a .304 on base percentage. .443 is the slugging. Bunt right back to the pitcher. Throw over is in time for the speedy out of Crosby. 1-3 for those of you that may be scoring at home. And now this is going to bring up the center fielder, Taylor Perilou. So very quick 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd inning. A couple of infield ground balls. One a deep ground ball to the shortstop. Maddie Miney able to take care of that one. A bunt that was rolled back to the pitcher. Olivia Burns able to defend her position pretty well for that one, as that pitch just missing outside for a ball. 1-0 now is the count. 6-0 is your score. ICC with the lead here, game 1 on sophomore day. Traditionally, the sophomore day festivities have been between games. This year it will be after the game as that pitch in there for a strike. And the reason why they're moving it after the game is there is a chance of rain moving into the area. Of course, we talked to Mr. Mike Powell, and he said it's raining in Arkansas, so you know that rain's making its way this way as well. So we want to make sure we can get those festivities in and basically get the games in as there's a pitch goes high for a ball. 2-1 now is the count. So, yeah, trying to get the games in, and then hopefully Mother Nature will hold off long enough for us to get us those sophomore festivities in at the end of the day. 2-1 is the count here on Taylor Perilou. She's batting .321, .374 on base percentage. She's got a .357 slugging percentage. Grounder, and a nice play there by Olivia Burns. Tosses it over for the out. Another 3-up, 3-down inning there for Meridian. As that'll do it for the top of the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the 4, 5, 6 batters due up for ICC. Summer Kreider, Macy Cox, and Casey Carpenter. We're going to hear from First American National Bank and more here on the ICC Sports Network.
First American National Bank is a local bank. Our 10 locations are right here in Northeast Mississippi. Banking decisions are made locally by people who live here. It's been that way for more than 50 years. Our involvement in the community is important to us. That's where our roots are. Technology, it changes daily, but our community is what keeps us together. If you like high-tech banking, we've got that too. Follow the flag to First American National Bank, from Iuka to Tupelo.
The newly formed Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi wants to make sure you are receiving the best orthopedic care possible. Our staff of 7 experienced, board-certified surgeons specialize in a specific area of the body and can treat you with the newest and latest technology available to fast-track your road to recovery. Call us for same-day appointments at 662-377-BONE and come see us at Gloucester Creek Village in Tupelo. At the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, our specialty is you.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to go here in the bottom of the third inning. Kreider, Cox, and Carpenter due up here for ICC. Summer flew out to left field in her first at bat. Let's take a look at some Sonic stats on Summer Kreider. She's batting .302 on the year. She's got a .377 on base percentage and a very impressive .595 slugging percentage for the freshman out of Morville. Stands in, takes that first pitch for a strike. Caitlin Parrish got roughed up in the first, but has done a nice job settling down and regaining her focus. She got a 3-up, 3-down, bottom of the second, looking to do the same here in the bottom of the third. Change up, and it's a beauty. It's a cross for a strike as well. And that's one thing, if you're not familiar with the game of softball, a pitcher that can hit that change up and mix it into her pitches and throw it for strikes makes them extremely difficult, and Parrish doing a good job of that today. Fastball missing low, not a bad spot to miss that time to see if you could get her to chase one. 1-2 now goes the count here to Summer Kreider. Kreider, Cox, and Carpenter all due up here for the Indians in the bottom of the third. This shot lifted. Left fielder's going to go back, and it's over her head. Kreider's going to go for a double. And a big-time hit there for Summer Kreider to start the inning. Well, that one was just on a rope that time, as the left fielder did everything she could to get to it, just a little bit too tall. And that is going to be the third extra base hit of the day for the Indians.
Number 30, Macy.
And now this is going to bring up Macy Cox to the plate. Macy had an RBI single and scored a run in her first at bat. She would like to duplicate that here and see if she can give ICC a 7-0 lead. There's no outs and a runner at second base. That's Kreider who started us off with a double out to left. Take a look at some Sonic stats on Macy Cox after this pitch as it misses outside for a ball. Macy batting .359. She's got a .485 on base percentage. .427 is the slugging percentage on Macy. I know a lot of her family are here today. Benny and Teresa Ping, they typically tune in on the red channel here, or blue channel like we were last week. But instead, they've made the trip down from Virginia for sophomore day as that pitch missing low for a ball. 2-0 now is the count here on Macy Cox. So 2-0 is the count here on Macy Cox. No outs, runner at second as Macy Looks at that pitch, high and inside. 3-0 now goes the count. 3 balls, no strikes, and no outs. The right fielder tucking in a little bit, center field shading her a little bit to the left, so there's a pretty big gap either down the line or if you get something over the head of the second baseman on the second, going more towards the second base side, could be trouble for Meridian. They're pinching in on the left side as well. So the right side of the field, if Macy can get, now they're shifting the second baseman as there's ball 4, excuse me, not the second baseman, but the right fielder, they're shifting her over more towards the line. And that's going to be the first walk of the day issued by Parrish.
First baseman number 27, Casey Carpenter.
And now this is going to be Casey Carpenter coming to the plate. Carpenter, she flew out to center field in her first at bat of the day. Take a look at some Sonic stats on Casey Carpenter. 272 is her batting average as that pitch goes high for a ball. 333 on base percentage. 421 is her slugging percentage. ICC would love to see her starting to heat up going into postseason play. She was red hot in the first part to mid part of the season. Hasn't necessarily cooled off any, just she had such a hot start to the season. ICC would love to see that kind of come back around. 1-0 is the count here to Carpenter. Carpenter, healthy chop on the rise ball there, fouls it back. Evens the count now at 1-1. Remember, if you're away from your computer, you can keep up on Twitter at Let's Go ICC. One ball, one strike, and no outs. Runner at second base. That's Summer Kreider, who doubled to start the inning here. Carpenter shows bunt, pops it back, out of play. There's also a runner at first. That is Macy Cox, who drew the walk. She was actually kind of hidden behind the first baseman as that bunt goes back for strike 2. 1-2 now is the count here on Casey Carpenter. Casey, she's out of Grenada, Mississippi. Went to Grenada High School. Down around my old stomping grounds back in my younger days, if you will, in the Grenada area. As that pitch hangs up and outside, 2-2 now is the count. We won't talk about any of those misadventures in Grenada County. Peerless looking at me and laughing. I was a good kid back in the day, Peerless. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Runners on first and second here. Carpenter at the plate. Fouls this one back. A good at bat right now by Casey, just keeping the at bat alive. Has fouled off 2 or 3 pitches so far. Trying to find a way to win the battle, but if you're Parrish, you're looking for the first out of the inning. As there's no outs, runners on first and second here for the Indians. They lead it 6-0. We're in the bottom of the third. So Carpenter will dig in, awaiting the pitch here from Caitlin Parrish. And that pitch high and inside. Snap throw down to first is not in time. Runner will advance to third. Well, heads up base running that time by Summer Kreider. It was a bang-bang play over at first base. And so Kreider will advance on the throw to first. Not a steal. A lot of people give credit for that as a steal, but when she went, she wasn't going before the throw. The throw was down to first. Once she saw the throw was to first, and she took off and broke towards third base. So she just simply advances on the throw. And there's ball 4. It's good at bat that time by Casey Carpenter. Fouled off 3 or 4 pitches. Found a way to keep the at bat alive. And now with bases loaded and no outs, this is going to be Joanna Vasquez coming to the plate.
JoJo Vasquez.
I'm just going to put it out there, folks. JoJo has been in this situation twice this year. And at both times she's been in this situation, she's come up with a grand slam. So you got to be careful with JoJo at the plate in this situation. There is going to be a break in the action as the coaches want to go out and talk to her pitcher here. Let's hear from Sonic and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
Man, these Red Bull slushes are invigorating, right?
I know it, man. I'm feeling confident. I'm feeling pumped. I want to jump this thing.
I don't know if that's such a good idea, TJ.
No, man, I need help. Can we jump this thing?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Rush in for Sonic's new Red Bull slushes. Half price during happy hour.
Bacon, Swiss cheese, juicy chicken on a King's Hawaiian bun.
Oh, what else is it saying?
It's saying you still owe me that $30.
Hang up!
Hurry into Sonic for the King's Hawaiian Chicken or Burger Club and try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as it looks like there's no change made here, but ICC is going to send in a runner in this situation. Running at second base now will be Mackenzie Toombs. She's coming in to run for Macy Cox, and the home plate umpire really giving Meridian a lot of time to talk that one over in the circle as they break it up now. So Toombs will enter to run for Cox over at second base. ICC thinking about trying to get that 8th run across the board and possibly end this one early here in game 1. So bases loaded, there are no outs, and Joanna Vasquez is at the plate. Can JoJo do JoJo things? We'll find out when she steps into the batter's box. No outs, bases loaded here for the Indians. They lead it 6-0 in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Parrish looking towards the dugout to get the signal call here. The wind has died down a little bit here at the ballpark. JoJo sends a flare out to center field, back, and it's going to be a diving catch. What a catch. And 1 run will score, and no, they're going to call her out at second. They're going to say she did not go back and tag the bag. So 1 run did score. As that was just a great catch out there in center field. So did they call that a double play or not? So it is a double play. And so that will be a fly out a sacrifice fly brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union that scored Summer Kreider. That was an RBI on that sacrifice fly. The throw in, Toombs did not go back and tag the bag as she thought it was over her head. And so that will go for the Little Caesars double play. So we had an ICC BSU sacrifice fly followed up by a Little Caesars double play. 7-0 is your score with 2 outs now. And a runner over at first base nearly turned into a triple play. Let me say that. If Meridian would have been paying attention, they could have got Carpenter over at first base. So that was a break, if you will, for the Indians that they did not turn 3 in that situation. As that pitch goes high for a ball. So the ICC BSU sacrifice fly, reminding you of the ultimate sacrifice paid for our sins. Follow them on Twitter at ICC BSU. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 2 outs. As this is Jessica Davis at the plate. Davis singled, advanced on a throw, drove in a run, and eventually came around to score. There's going to be a foul ball. Steve Diffie saying, I can't claim Grenada. Well, I mean, I claim Calhoun. I'm from Calhoun County, from the 412. Spent a lot of time in Grenada. But yeah, I'm legit from Calhoun County. I'm a Calhoun County guy. Pittsboro, Mississippi. You don't know where that is? Well, you're not. I can't blame you. It's a very small part of the world. This pitch fouled off and out of play. 2-2 now is the count here on Jessica Davis. Traditional spelling of Jessica, Jessica, but prefers to be called Jessica. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Runner over at first base, that's Casey Carpenter. Change up, waited on it, fouls it off, and we'll stay at 2-2. Go ahead and put the Indians' run on the board. It is 7-0 after that sacrifice fly from Joanna Vasquez. Got to give credit where credit's due. Taylor Perilou made an outstanding diving catch to rob JoJo of an extra base hit. Could have been a base clearing triple, and they're going to say she went, and that's going to be a Renaissance Bank strikeout. Just could not hold up on the high pitch that time. The first Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Parrish, as that ends the inning. The Indians get 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We'll take a timeout as we played 3 innings here in Fulton. ICC leads it 7-0 over Meridian. Let's hear from Cagle Eye Center and more here on the ICC Sports Network.
The longer a person has diabetes, the more likely they are to develop diabetic retinopathy. If left untreated, diabetic retinopathy can lead to blindness. That's why it's important for diabetics to have a comprehensive eye examination with dilation once a year. I'm Dr. Laurie Cagle of Cagle Eye Center in Fulton. We offer comprehensive eye exams to provide diagnosis and treatment of various eye diseases. Browse our large selection of frames available in prescription and non-prescription. Call to schedule your appointment today at Cagle Eye Center in Fulton.
Itawamba Community College is now offering 3-day weekends. You can be one of the first to take advantage of a compact course schedule with a majority of classes offered Monday through Thursday. Let us customize your education to fit your needs. Become a part of the ICC family and apply today at apply.iccms.edu. ICC, the best start here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 7-0 is your score. ICC with the lead as we go to the top of the fourth inning for Meridian. It'll be the 1-2-3 batters due up. Fair, Leahy, and Lightcap due up here for the Eagles. Speaking of that, we do want to say a special hello to all those watching and supporting Meridian today. Meridian is still in the chase for the playoffs and really need to come away with a sweep today. And, of course, in the MACJC, it's not over with until it's over with. Ask Delta. Delta was trailing Gulf Coast 4-1 in softball, came back and won that one 5-4 in Game 1 over Gulf Coast, and that might be the biggest upset of the year in softball, and it kind of encaps how the entire MACJC is this year. It's a little bit of a wild, just peculiar season that if you're not careful, anybody can slip up and beat anybody. So 7-0 is your score here. Fair will start us off. She struck out looking in her first at bat of the day, the first of 3 Renaissance Bank strikeouts. As this pitch fouled back for strike 1. Renaissance Bank, a proud sponsor of ICC Athletics here on the ICC Sports Network. We'll be back on the air tomorrow as soon as we wrap up sophomore day here. I'm literally getting in the van and going to Gulf Coast. As there's a changeup, this one popped up, and it's going to go back off the netting for strike 2. Good job by Fair to find a piece of that one. Good pitch from Burns. That First American National Bank opening pitch will come your way at 2 o'clock there in Perkinston. It'll also, Game 1 will be available on 95.1 FM, your hometown country station, The Farm. 0-2 is the count. Pitch coming. This one fouled back out of play, and will stay at 0-2. Hey, just in case, want to give a shout out to the third graders out at Saltillo, Dana Kirk and her crew and the rest of the Saltillo family out there are listening to the ball game while they're doing their classwork. Hopefully they're behaving again today as this changeup missing outside. 1-2 now is the count. Of course, they're getting close to wrapping up the school year. And Dana, I've got a really good friend of mine. His little girl is going to be coming to third grade next year, and if you get Finley clear, I pray for you now. So 1-2 is the count. Pitch coming. And a nice job finding a piece of that one by Fair to foul it off. Let's take a look at some Sonic stats here on Kiara Fair. She's batting .432 in that leadoff spot. .522 is her own base percentage. .604 is slugging, so a pretty impressive resume there for the leadoff batter, Kiara Fair. Meridian 21-16 on the year, 14-11 inside conference play. As that pitch goes high, 2-2 now is the count. ICC 31-10-1. Of course, that one tie out in Calhoun because they didn't have any lights. And to be honest with you folks, the coach came out and made pitching changes, come out and talked to their players, kind of delayed that one to be able to get that one to end in a draw. As this pitch popped up and it's going to get out of play, 2-2 will stay the count. Indians 21-3 inside conference play. If they win out, then they win or defend their MACJC regular season championship due to the tiebreaker with Jones. And if that is the case, then ICC next week will be right back here for the state tournament. Change up right back into your living room. And again, a good job by Fair finding a piece of that one and keeping this at-bat alive. That's about the 5th foul ball in this at-bat here by Fair. So very impressive battle at the plate between Fair and Burns. Who can find a way to win the battle? We'll find out after this 2-2 pitch coming up here from Olivia Burns. 2-2 pitch on its way. And that one goes high. Now the count goes full. Good eye that time by Fair. She's trying to find a way to win the battle here. Boy, this has been a very impressive at-bat here by Fair, the right fielder. So 3-2 is the count. Payoff pitch coming. Grounder, and it's going to be up the middle, and it's going to go for a base hit. Nice job that time by Fair to find a way to win the battle. The infield was in, so the shortstop couldn't get to it. A high hopper over the head of the shortstop, and that's going to go for the second hit of the day for the Eagles. A leadoff single by Kiara Fair, and now that's going to bring up Jackie Leahy. Leahy singled in her first at bat, but was erased on a Little Caesars double play to end the inning back in the first. So Meridian going to try to find the bats here in the top of the fourth inning. ICC leading at 7-0.
Number 10, Jackie Leahy.
Again, remind you, for those that might be just now tuning in, that it's expecting to see the sophomore day presentation between games like it normally is. It will be after the games today, as they want to make sure they can get the games in before some of this rain that's kind of anticipated a little bit later tonight. Just in case it might move in a little bit sooner than we think. They want to make sure they get the games in as we're closing up on the regular season. That pitch missing for a ball, and this one swung on a miss. 1-1 now is the count here to Leahy. You can find out more on the upcoming state baseball tournament. Of course, the Region 23 baseball tournament in 2 weeks here in Fulton. So last year we hosted the softball state and region tournament. As the ball gets away, and they're going to say she did attempt the bunt, and the runner will advance on the pass ball. Did not make contact, so heads up base running that time by Fair. Smart play. All the umpire can do is tell you to go back if it was foul ball. She went anyway, and they did not, since she did not make contact. The bunt attempt missed, and now 1-2 is the count here on Leahy. Ground ball, this is going to be a foul ball, and we'll stay at 1-2. So, yeah, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, and YouTube. Simply search Let's Go ICC. One and two is the count, no outs, and a runner at second. Meridian trying to spark a rally here in the top of the fourth inning. They trail 7-0. That pitch drifts high for a ball. 2-2 now is the count. This is Leahy, then Lightcap, the DP, is on deck here for Meridian. Game 1 of 2. We're in the top of the fourth. And there's strike 3. Beautiful pitch that time. Just zipped in across the knees, right down the middle of the plate for the fourth Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day for Olivia Burns. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. RenaissanceBank.com, member FDIC. So now with one out and a runner at second, this will be Lightcap, as we mentioned, lined into that Little Caesars double play to end the first inning. Not a double play situation here. So she's going to be looking to redeem herself as that pitch fouled off. 0-1 now is the count here to Lightcap. Let's take a look at some stats on Lightcap. She entered this doubleheader with a .287 batting average. .376 is her on base percentage, and a slugging percentage of .489. They've got a .481 team slugging percentage. So Meridian's a team that, when they do find the bats, they can find them in a hurry. As this pitch drifting high and outside for a ball. If you remember last year, ICC had to go to Meridian to sweep Meridian to win the regular season championship, and they did it in dramatic fashion. And that's not going to be the situation here. They do still have to finish up the season with a makeup game at Southwest on Sunday. You can see that one here on the Red Channel. Change up, 1-1. Now 1-2 is the count. And again, in softball, if you could throw your change up for strikes and find a way to pepper it into your pitching repertoire, if you will, it really, really makes a good pitcher tough to hit. As you got to respect that change up, and that's what Olivia's done well today. Actually, Parrish has done it well this afternoon, too. That pitch missing low for a ball. 2-2 now is the count. Good job by Conley to find that one in the dirt, block it up, and keep the runner at second base. You've got the speedy Fair at second base. She singled and advanced on a pass ball. Leahy struck out, and now this is Lightcap at the plate with one out and a 2-2 count. This pitch fouled back and out of play, and we'll stay at 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at second base here. Top of the fourth. ICC 7, Meridian 0 here in game 1. So waiting the 2-2 offering here. Change up, swung on and missed for strike 3. Another Renaissance Bank strikeout, and that was a thing of a beauty there. Back-to-back Renaissance Bank strikeouts. Visit RenaissanceBank.com, the best bank in the South. Renaissance Bank, member FDIC. Now this is going to be Branyan coming to the plate. 2 outs and a runner on second base. Branyan flew out on a deep fly ball to left field. There's going to be a slow roller to the pitcher. Gloves and throws over in time for the putout for out number 3. Nicely done by Olivia Burns. Got a pair of strikeouts and a slow roller back to the pitcher to end the inning to get out of that slight jam. As we move to the bottom of the 4th inning, ICC leads at 7-0. We'll take a break and be back with more right here on the ICC Sports Network.
Student involvement is a top priority here at Itawamba Community College.
If you want to be involved with student government, then the Student Government Association is the place for you.
If you have a stellar GPA, then Phi Theta Kappa is for you.
If you're interested in the diverse culture of our campus population, then the Diversity Club is for you.
If you're interested in leadership and service, then Indian Delegation is for you.
If you're majoring in computer programming or computer networking, then CPNA, the Computer Programming Networking Association, is for you.
If you're interested in good conversations and free lunch on Thursdays, then the Wesley Foundation is for you.
Our health science programs also have specific organizations for those majors.
Student Activities is excited to bring you new opportunities here at the ICC Tupelo campus.
Whatever your passion may be, we have a place for you.
This video is brought to you by Phi Theta Kappa, Beta Chi Sigma, Tupelo campus.
Celebrate outrageous amounts of toppings with Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest. With the most cheese and now with the most toppings at the nation's best price. Create your favorite pizza starting at $6. Pay, then express pickup at Little Caesars.
Pizza. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we move now to the bottom of the 4th inning for ICC to be the 9-1-2 batters due up. Hope Harbin, Maddie Miney, and Rachel Stranisha. 7-0 is your score. Hope Harbin, she had a 2-run bunt single in the first inning, part of that 6-run first, so she'll be coming to the plate for the second time this afternoon. She got caught in a rundown, and it was quite the interesting rundown. It went 2, 6, 3, 4, 9 on the putout of Harbin to end the first inning. So Hope's going to be leading us off here. She's looking for her second hit of the day. Breezy, partly cloudy afternoon, but a nice afternoon here in Fulton. As Harbin looks at that first pitch, is in there for a strike. We're in the bottom of the 4th. ICC would like to pick up a couple of runs here to see if they can get this game done in a hurry in run rule fashion as they lead at 7-0. So Harbin at the plate. 0-1 is the count here on Hope. Take a look at some Sonic stats on Hope after this pitch, or maybe not. And she's just going to hit it and say, Gore, I don't need you to tell my stats. I need you to tell everybody I got a second single of the day. And so that's going to be a leadoff single there for Hope Harbin. And a big-time blast there off the bat of the freshman.
Next up, number 12, the leadoff hitter, Maddie Miney.
And this is going to be Maddie Miney now coming to the plate here for the Indians. Maddie is 1 for 2 on the day. She had a triple and scored on an error. See there that single off the bat of Hope Harbin. Now Hope's got pretty good speed. We'll see if they put her in motion here. As Maddie Miney will dig in, shows bunt, lays it down, and it's only going to be one play, and it's not going to be a play. And then Hope Harbin's going to go to third. And what a great play that time by the Indians. Maddie Miney laying down the perfect bunt. That's a bunt single. She reached without an issue there, but heads-up play by Hope Harbin. Saw that they were going to throw it to first. She never broke stride heading over to third base. So now, after back-to-back singles by the Indians, runners on the corners with no outs, and Rachel Cernisha coming to the plate.
Rachel Cernisha.
So Rach will come to the plate here. So an RBI opportunity here for Rachel Stranisha. As the runner goes, snap throw down to third, not an issue there. Stolen base for Maddie Miney. Smart play on the part of Meridian knowing that the runner was going to go to second, and it was going to be a tough play to get to speedy Maddie Miney, so they thought they might try to catch ICC napping over at third base, but Hope Harbin dives back without an issue. So now runners in scoring position here. Rachel Stranisha, she's got 36 RBIs on the year, would love to find 37 and 38 in this at-bat. No outs, 0-1 is the count. That pitch, outside corner for a strike, 0-2 now is the count here to Stranisha. She is 0 for 2 on the day. She reached on an error and did score a run, part of that 6-run bottom of the first. Flew out to left on a nice diving catch by Leahy as she waited on that one. Ground ball, and it's going to be a foul ball. Well, their ICC fans thought that it bounced off the Meridian player, then went foul. I'm going to have to go with the home plate umpire. It did look like a legit foul ball that time. When she made contact, it was in foul territory. So 0-2 now is the count. So you don't hear that too often. A lot of times you hear people complaining about umpires. I throw them a bone every once in a while when I think they get it right. Change up, and it falls off the table just a bit too soon. Nice pitch to go to that time by Parrish to see if she could have gotten Stranisha to swing on that one. Good eye on the part of Stranisha to hold off. 1-2 now is the count. There's no outs. Runners on first and second here for the Indians. They lead at 7-0. We're in the bottom of the fourth. There's going to be a flare out to the right side. Right fielder's going to have to hurry. Can't get to it. 1 run will score. 2 runs will score, and Stranisha will head to third with a 2-run triple. Big time hit there by Rachel Stranisha. And the Indians lead it now 9-0. That's the second triple of the game for the Indians.
The catcher,
that goes for
Conley.
2 runs. And ICC leads it now 9-0. And this is going to be Samantha Conley coming to the plate as you see Stranisha heading into third base. The throw did get away, but good job backing it up that time by Meridian. So 2 runs so far in the inning. There is no outs as Samantha Conley at the plate. She is 1 for 2 on the day with an RBI double and a run scored back in the first. She did ground out to second to end the second. That was a 3-up, 3-down inning there for the Indians. So bottom of the fourth, game 1, ICC with a 9-0 lead. That pitch missing low and outside for a ball. Rachel Stranisha is over at third base after a 2-run triple down the right side of the field. 2-0 is the count here to Conley. Conley blasts this one, and it's going to go for a base hit, and that's going to score another one. An RBI single there for Sam Conley as let's go back and look at that one on the Little Caesars instant replay. And back-to-back hits and to-back hits now. 4 straight hits for the Indians. Sounds like we're going to have a runner coming into the contest. Yes, we will. This is going to be Lily Moore coming in to run for the Indians. So she'll check in at first base.
Number 13,
Lily Moore, she is a sophomore outfielder. She's from Fulton, Mississippi, an Itawamba AHS graduate.
Number 7, Summer Rutter.
Let's go back and look at that hit one more time here from Samantha Conley. So you see the run scores there. Makes it 10-0 now as ICC leads it with no outs, a runner at first base, and this is going to be Summer Kreider coming to the plate. She doubled and scored a run. That was back in the third inning, the only run of the third inning. She also flew out to left field in her first at bat. This pitch fouled back and out of play. Over the top of us here in the ICC Alumni Affairs and Foundation broadcast booth, Dr. Jan Reed Bunch, Jim Ingram, and Tilda Bushline doing a great job for us. A very important role at the college as they help raise money for scholarships, building funds, and much, much more. Find out how you can help contribute to Itawamba Community College by visiting iccms.edu. That pitch missing high and outside for a ball. 1-1 now is the count. Moore over at first base. She's running for Samantha Conley, who had an RBI single. Her second hit of the day for Sam. Her second RBI as well. 1 ball, 1 strike, and no outs. Paints the corner with a beautiful pitch there, does Parrish. 1-2 now goes the count here on Kreider. Good to see Kreider back. Not going to say 100%, but she's much better than she was going into that East Mississippi series after rolling her ankle in practice. So waiting the 1-2 pitch here. That pitch missing outside. 2-2 now is the count. On deck is Macy Cox. She is 1 for 1 on the day with a walk, an RBI, and a run scored. Kreider, slow little hitter there, and it's going to be bobbled around, and Moore dives in safely. Not real sure what happened to the wide camera that time, but that's going to go for an E4 on the play.
Now letting the designated player, number 30, Macy Cox.
Give a shout out real quick. Andy Lee from WTVA is in the house. Shooting highlights for WTVA. You can see those tonight. Appreciate Andy and Jim Holder for all they do for us here at ICC as that pitch drifts high for a ball. 1-0 now is the count here to Macy Cox. The Indians have 10 hits so far in the contest, 3 errors on the part of Meridian. Runners on first and second. There is no outs. 1-0 is the count here to Macy Cox. Shows bunt, lays it down. Throw over to first is in time. Runners do advance in that situation. So a sacrifice bunt laid down by Macy. 1-3 on the putout of Cox. And that sacrifice bunt being brought to you by the ICC Baptist Student Union. Follow them on Twitter at ICCBSU. This is where I typically say they meet Monday nights at 7:07, Wednesdays at lunch. But with this being the week of finals, they don't do that anymore. So for incoming sophomore, or returning sophomores, incoming freshmen, do make your plans to be a part of the ICCBSU and everything they do there. Brother Chris Burrows, he's actually in the house here with us. Yeah, water party on August the 13th, Brother Chris says. Go ahead and mark that on your calendar. One of the biggest events we have on campus. Matter of fact, it's so big, he's been planning for it already for 2 months. Fire trucks are on the way. Fire trucks, they'll be here. Brother Chris will be here. I will. Yeah, everybody will be here. So you want to be part of the ICC BSU water party on August the 13th. This is Casey Carpenter at the plate as she digs in with runners at second and third and 1 out. Carpenter is 0 for 1 with a walk. She was left stranded back in the 3rd inning. She'd like to help push across a couple more runs here this inning as a changeup hangs up that time for Parrish. Indians have scored 3 so far here in the bottom of the 4th. They lead at 10-0. Of course, the run rule in effect if Meridian does not push across at least 2 or 3 runs to force this one beyond the bottom of the 5th. Carpenter, ground ball, third baseman has it, looks to runner back to third. Low throw, but a nice dig over there at first base. 5-3 to retire Carpenter. And now there's 2 outs in the inning, and this is going to bring up JoJo Vasquez. JoJo 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI. She had a sacrifice fly on an amazing catch out there at center field. Maybe one of the best catches I've seen in my 9 years here in ICC softball by the center fielder, Taylor Perilou, that cut down, and it did score a run, but it actually turned into a Little Caesars double play as well. So now JoJo at the plate with 2 outs. Stands in, takes that first pitch for a strike. You've got Summer Kreider at second base. Lily Moore is at third. She's in running for Samantha Conley, who singled. 4 hits so far in the inning. JoJo trying to extend this inning with a 2-out hit here. Change up, and it's going to be a ground ball pulled foul, and now the count goes 0-2 here on Joanna Vasquez. She'll be one of the sophomores we honor at the end of the day here in Fulton. Sophomore Day. We had Sophomore Day in baseball, and that will forever be a special sophomore day for those guys as they not only had Sophomore Day, but won the 2019 MACJC Championship with the sweep of Delta. So you know that's going to be one that Rick Collier and the Indians remember there. Change up. JoJo gets it in a liner out to the shortstop to end the inning. So the Indians score 3 runs on 4 hits and 1 error and 2 left on base. We've played 4. ICC leads it 10-0. We'll take a break and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
Your success at ICC starts with freshman orientation. Learn what the college has to offer, register for classes, meet your new ICC family, and discover all the ways to get involved across our 3 locations.
Hey guys, it's Madison, an orientation leader here at ICC. After you apply for enrollment, sign up for orientation because spots are filling up fast. Find out more at iccms.edu/orientation.
Itawamba Community College. The best start here.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we get set to move to the top of the 5th inning. ICC 3 outs away from punching this one out early here. Meridian, though, however, will send the 5, 6, 7 batters to the plate. Jones, Patterson, and Palmer all due up. Olivia Burns in the circle. She's scattered 2 hits, 1 in the first, 1 in the fourth. She's gotten out of trouble each time.
Leading off the inning for Meridian, pitcher number 8, Aaliyah Jones.
So this will be Aaliyah Jones. She struck out swinging in her first at bat. Is that pitch missing inside for a ball here from Burns? 1-0 is the count as Jones will lead us off. Patterson will follow, and Palmer is in the hole here for Meridian. That pitch in there for a strike is a changeup once again. That pitch in there for a strike. 1-2 now is the count here on Jones. So 1 ball, 2 strikes, and no outs as Aaliyah Jones is starting us off here in the top of the 5th inning. 1-2 pitch coming. This one fouled back. That pitch missing. 2-2 now is the count. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs here on Jones. Changeup hangs up, and now the count goes full here on Aaliyah Jones. So a nice at bat now here by Jones, able to find a way to battle and force the count to go full, as fouled off a couple of pitches here. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, and no outs. Pitch coming from Burns. Ground ball, and it's going to be to the third baseman. Slow roller's going to have to hurry to throw over in time. When we talk about the strong arm of Maddie Miney at shortstop, you got to give a lot of credit also to Summer Kreider, who has a rocket on her shoulder that people commonly mistake as her right arm, and she just zipped that one over and made it look easy that time. So now with 1 out in the inning, this is going to be Kelsey Patterson coming to the plate. She struck out swinging. She was the 3rd of 5 Renaissance Bank strikeout victims so far in the contest. Swings on the first pitch she sees, pops it up. It's going to drift over and get out of play. 0-1 now is the count here to Patterson. Again, if you're just now joining us, we do want to remind you that the sophomore day festivities, they've been moved to the end of the day. They want to make sure they get the games in before some of that rain they've talked about might be coming out this way. It looked like the foul ball was off the foot of the batter that time, so they're giving her a chance to kind of walk it off and collect herself here. Oh, 1 is the count to Patterson. Change up, and it was a beauty. Patterson way ahead of that one. Couldn't find it. 0-2 now is the count. So 0-2 is the count here to Kelsey Patterson, the second baseman. And swung on and missed for strike 3. Another big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout, the 6th of the day here for Olivia Burns. Renaissance Bank, understanding you, RenaissanceBank.com, member FDIC, and now ICC, is an out away from ending this one early as Jalen Palmer going to try to extend the inning here with a 2-out hit. Listen to that first pitch across for a strike. 0-1 is the count. This pitch popped up, backing out of play. 0-2 now is the count here on Palmer. Palmer playing at third base, and her only at bat of the day, she grounded out to the shortstop on a deep ground ball. It was a nice play by Maddie Miney for the first out of the third inning. Now got to be careful here and protect the plate. 0-2 is the count. Burns. Can she find her 7th Renaissance Bank strikeout of the day? Yes, she can. A big-time Renaissance Bank strikeout, back-to-back strikeouts, and that ends the contest. ICC wins it by the final score of 10-0 here in 5 innings. We're going to take a break and come back with the Renaissance Bank postgame report, take a look at some Little Caesar stats, and name our Sonic star of the game. But before we do that, let's hear a few words from our sponsors, and be back with more right after this on the ICC Sports Network.
This broadcast of ICC Athletics is being brought to you by Renaissance Bank, Little Caesars, Davis Ford, the Sonic of Fulton, Tupelo Coca-Cola Bottling Works, the Orthopedic Institute of North Mississippi, First American National Bank, the ICC BSU, your Itawamba County Farm Bureau agent, Joey Cox, Cagle Eye Center, the ICC Foundation, the Bank of Okolona, and the ICC Alumni Association.
With the Little Caesars mobile app, you can customize an extra most bestest pizza with the most cheese, and now with the most of any toppings for the nation's best price. It's the crowning pizza achievement. And it's true what they say, it's lonely at the top. Unless you have an extra most bestest pizza, then it's a party at the top!
Little Caesars Extra Most Bestest Pizzas, the world's easiest way to outrageous amounts of toppings, starting at $6.
Pizza. Man, these Red Bull slushes are invigorating, right?
I know it, man. I'm feeling confident, feeling pumped. I want to jump this thing.
I don't know if that's such a good idea, TJ.
No, man, I need help. Can we jump this thing?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Rush in for Sonic's new Red Bull slushes, half price during happy hour.
Bacon, Swiss cheese, juicy chicken on a King's Hawaiian bun.
Oh, what else is it saying?
It's saying you still owe me that $30.
Hang up!
Hurry into Sonic for the King's Hawaiian Chicken or Burger Club and try order ahead to get happy hour anytime.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank, understanding you. Member FDIC.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we step inside the Renaissance Bank postgame report. ICC wins it by the final score of 10-0 in 5 innings here in Game 1 over Meridian. Let's take a look at today's final lines for Meridian. No runs, 2 hits, 3 errors for ICC. 10 runs, 11 hits, no errors. Let's take a look at some Little Caesars stats being brought to you by the Little Caesars right here in Fulton. Don't forget, you can download the Little Caesars app and basically do everything. Order your pizza, pay for your pizza, everything but pick it up. from the convenience of your phone. That's the new Little Caesars app. You can download that there. All right, Kiera Farr 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. Jackie Leahy was 1 for 2 also with a single and a strikeout. Those were your 2 hits of the day for Meridian. Then it was Lightcap, 0 for 2. She had a strikeout and lined into a Little Caesars double play. Ranyan, she was 0 for 2. Aaliyah Jones was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Kelsey Patterson was 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Jalen Palmer was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Then you had Miracle Crosby and Taylor Perilou, both 0 for 1 on the day. For the Indians, it was Maddie Miney going 2 for 3 on the day. She had a single and a triple. She scored twice and stole a base. You had Rachel Stranisha with a triple and a 2-run. She scored twice as she did reach on an error. Samantha Conley was 2 for 3 with a double and a single and a pair of RBIs and a run scored. Summer Kreider was 1 for 3. She did reach on an error. She doubled and scored a run. Macy Cox was 1 for 1 on the day with an RBI single and a run scored. She walked and had a sacrifice bunt. Casey Carpenter was 0 for 2 with a walk. Joanna Vasquez was 1 for 2. She did have a sacrifice fly and an RBI. She also singled and scored a run. Jessica Davis was 1 for 2 on the day. She had a single, advanced on the throw, and had an RBI, also scored a run. She did strike out. And Hope Harbin, she was 2 for 2 on the day with a pair of singles, a run scored, and 2 RBIs. Our Sonic star of the game is going to be Olivia Burns as she throws a 5-inning shutout, scattered 2 hits, and did strike out 7 batters to earn our Sonic star of the game. Well, that's going to do it here for Game 1. We'll come back in about 10, maybe 20 minutes here on the Red Channel for the start of Game 2. Sophomore Day will follow that Game 2 there. ICC looking for the sweep, trying to keep their regular season championship hopes alive here this afternoon in Fulton. Thanks for tuning in. See you in about 20 minutes here on the ICC Sports Network.
Ever since you got that license, you haven't stopped moving forward. Now that you're older and on the move, you need a safer place to keep your money. We get it. A student checking account frees you up with things like mobile check deposit to take care of that check from grandma without having to stop at a bank. Pay with your phone when you're out with friends. And stop worrying about ATM fees. We'll pay you back for those. Worry about your future, not your money. And know that we'll stick with you, wherever you go. Renaissance Bank. Understanding you. Member FDIC.